What's up, everybody? Big Daddy B coming at you live from the AG. Ravens win yesterday, 29-14 against the Texans. Texans came in M&T Bank Stadium, and they brought their A game, man. You know, for 3 quarters of that game, those boys brought their game. And they were hitting hard. That defense is a nice defense, man. I never realized that they were as good as they are. And like I said, it reminded me of one of our divisional games. I mean, I've never seen a team outside the AFC North, other than maybe the Jets, because they emulate us, that brings the wood, man. I mean, these boys were hitting. And I mean, they were flying all over the field, and they were hitting people. And we had a hell of a time trying to get our run game going. And, you know, we kept plugging at it. And they were all over Joe in the beginning of the game. You know, after that first drive was awesome, man. Straight down the field, 90-some yards, scored. Right out the bat. I mean, that was great. And they were all over Joe, man. And, you know, we kept plugging, you know, and they ended up taking the lead on us. But the guys didn't back down. You know, they tightened up their chin straps and went back out there, and they did it. That defense was lights out again. You know, I mean, they had one bad play where they got beat deep, where it looked like the one safety left his area and left Reed out there high and dry. The other one was a fumble that the guy fell on in the end zone. I mean, I'm not saying that they might not have scored if they didn't fumble the ball, but you know, they were lights out. I mean, they were in field goal range a couple times, and we kept them out. They had, you know, they made a lot of third down conversions, third and longs, but there was times when they had third and short, and they just didn't get it. So defense didn't get all the turnovers they got in the past game, but they brought their A game, and they stopped a great offense. That offense is good, even though they don't have their #1 receiver. They still have a good running game. They have a great offensive line. I mean, there was times we were bringing the heat, and we weren't getting to that man. I mean, people were coming, and they still didn't get close to him, and that's when he made some of those long passes. So they're a good team, man. And you know, it was good that we had to come back. I like the fact that I'd rather go in and blow them out, but I like the fact that we had to show a different part, show a little more heart as the Ravens. Strap up, pull the 10 straps tighter, and go to work and finish that game. And that's what they did. And then they started running the ball and finished the game out. You know, I do have to agree with Ravens red zone and with the way Cam Cameron sometimes calls the game. I mean, this throwing the ball, you know, going out there and not even trying to run it, just throw it, just keep throwing it. That you got to stop that, man. I mean, Ray Rice is your bread and butter, man. If you're going to throw it, at least hit him on a screen or something. Get him out there. I mean, he's throwing the ball around, you know, all over the place, and it ain't even coming close to working. So I mean, he has to stick with the run game, and then once you can play action pass him, and then you know, then we'll get him. But yeah, the offense looked good, man. The first drive of the game was awesome. Struggled a bit after that. You know, they were getting pressure on Joe. Run game wasn't going too well, but later in the game, we wore them down, and you could see we took their heart from them. You know, they played hard and strong as they could for as long as they could, and then they just couldn't do it anymore. They couldn't take it anymore, and we drove right down the field on them, running the ball. One thing I do have to say, though, I don't understand sometimes with the Ravens, they'll do this shit, and it was in that game. It was on that drive. You know, here we are, we're trying to run the clock out. It's not much time left on the clock. And Joe's snapping the ball with 19 seconds left on the clock. 18 seconds on the clock. Man, you need to take that clock down to like 5 seconds, man. You know, you can't leave all that time on there, man. Suppose something happens, you know, then you're leaving them time. The whole object is to run the clock out so that if they were to get the ball back or something were to happen, they don't have a lot of time. But anyhow, regardless, we won the game. I'm happy as hell with it. We beat a good team. You know, we came back and against a good defense, and we went down the field methodically and just dominated them and took the game. And Billy Cundiff, hats off to you, sir. Hell of a game, kicking the ball off, kicking it into the stands on a windy day, knocking 5 field goals through. Unbelievable, man. Great job. I mean, you were our offense for a while there until we got things clicking. So, very, very good job by the kicker, man. He's proven to be, you know, Matt Stoferish. It's a little early to say that, but he's a good kicker, man. And like I said, he had a lot of points. I mean, he alone had more points than the Texans did. So kudos to him, and great job. Now, you know, here we are on top of the division still. Just beat a really good team. Now we're gonna go play Monday night against Jacksonville, and I don't know if Jacksonville can handle what we're bringing. You know, I know they played pretty good today against someone at their stadium, and but we know about those someones, so we won't get into that. They're kind of weak. But anyhow, they rely a lot on their running game, and we just proved today that even if you have a good running game, you might get a couple runs here and there on us, but you're not running all over us. And they're going to be relying on their running game to help that rookie quarterback out. And he's not going to run. I like the little guy. Kind of him and Ray Rice are kind of like each other, you know. But he's not going to run on us. We take the running game away from him, and then you're going to put it on that quarterback to, you know, win the game against our defense. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. I see the Ravens coming out with another win. Now, I'm not going to say blowout, because anytime you go on the road, blowouts don't happen that often, especially on the road. You get them more at home. But it's probably going to be a tough game, tight-fought game. But I see the Ravens coming out on top, and like I said, we'll stop their running game. Then we're going to put it on the rookie, and he's going to have to prove that he can do it against one of the top defenses in the league. I don't think he can. I don't think he's got it yet. And he may be, down the line, might be a great quarterback, but right now, he doesn't have what it's going to take to beat the beast from the East. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. RRG, man, we're doing it. We're doing it, man. We're bringing it hard every week. We're stepping our game up, and we're bringing it to the TTC just like our boys are bringing it out on the field. Ravens, 4-1. We're going to do it this year, man. All the way, we're taking it, guys. Big Daddy B coming at you live from the AG. The AG, the RRG, and Big Daddy B. BAM!